Welcome to Sea Island, Georgia. My name's Randy Myers. I'm here with a special friend of mine. This is Zach Johnson. He's one of our golfers that trains at Sea Island. He's going to show us a couple stretches he does on the True stretch.
Yeah. All right, thanks, Randy. First and foremost, this machine, you want to call it this apparatus, is terrific. I mean, pre-round, I would say even pre-practice, during practice, and obviously post-round, post-practice. So I like to get in here and get, in a stable posture, straight forward, reach one hand back, stretch out that pec, stretch out that bicep, and then take the other arm across, almost like a golf swing, and then kind of twist into it.
One of the things you'll see with Zach that's really good, notice how his belt buckles forward. Most recreational golfers don't have enough separation to keep their hips square. So that's a really good stretch for you at home as well.
And Randy knows I'm always trying to work on my turn. Anytime I get into a position like this and kind of turn into it a little bit, it's always going to help. Obviously, you do it to one side, do it to the other side. Feel that stretch, breathe. I mean, that's the key on here. You get in here and you
relax your mind, relax your body.
Relax your jaw, relax your mind. Just breathe into it a little bit, and it's good. That's one good stretch.
Now, your hamstrings are flexible, but
yeah.
What about your quads? So tell me about
quad's
that.
a good one. That's a perfect one. I mean, there's a number of things you can use. I like to really get into it. So I actually go up pretty high. See, this is a good one up here. Get the foot up on top of there, and then once again, you kind of lean back into it, but stay in a good chest up, good posture. Just lean your weight back into it. You're just using body weight. Keep yourself stabilized and breathe.
One of the things with Zach, he was a soccer player growing up, played a little hoops. He's got a lot of quad muscle development, so what we do is we try to stretch the quad, but also the hip and then into the core, right? So you can actually feel the abs working with this stretch as well.
Absolutely. And I feel like my abs are engaged. I feel like my glute pushes my hip forward to get a little bit more stretch out of it, and then, go on the other side.
What you'll see with non-pro tour players is one side's always tighter than the other. We don't see it as much with our tour guys because they work at it all the time, but if you have one side that's tighter than the other, make sure you spend a little more time, breathe a little deeper, and make sure you get a little more stretch on that non-dominant side.
Yeah, two good stretches right there. I think you can do pre, post, during rounds.
One of the things Zach does, and I'm just going to ask him about it,
sure.
he has his tubing hooked on his True stretch at home,
yes,
right?
I do.
Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, I have one of my makeshift gym at home, and I use a lot of things. I put a lot of bands on it, put some rate resistance work bands, and then also some stretching bands. And so I've got them hanging here, and I'm hanging down and doing a lot of stretches with the bands, and just making sure I can feel that resistance, and then kind of bouncing into it a little bit, and then breathing and settling down. And I think the bands are great. I mean, this apparatus, you can hang anything from it and do a number of different workouts, stretching, just getting yourself in good postures, because it's so fundamentally sound and stable.
Well, we certainly appreciate Zach joining us for this and his tips as well. And if you're ever down around Sea Island, come on by. You might see Zach on the range hitting balls.